How would it feel if you could have more balance in your life? Do you ever feel guilty because you work so many long hours and you're working a lot, and then the people that you care about and the people who care about you, your spouse, your kids, your friends, they don't see you as much, and you feel guilty for working so much? Or on the other side of the coin, do you feel guilty because you're not working? Maybe you're spending time with your family and your friends, and you're not at work, and you feel guilty about that because you have so many things that you have to get to, and there's so many things for you to do. Or maybe you are spending time with your family and friends, your spouse, your kids, except you're not there. Your body's there, but your brain isn't, because you're scrolling through email, you're answering texts, you're doing everything except spend time with them, and that makes you feel a little bit guilty. Or maybe you know that you need to exercise and you feel guilty because you don't have time to do that. Or maybe there's stuff that you want to do, you have hobbies and stuff that interests you, and you're not doing it, and that makes you feel badly. And maybe you feel pulled in a million different directions, like so many successful entrepreneurs and professionals are, and you're doing things for everyone else, you're doing things for your business, you're doing things for your job, and you're not able to show up for yourself. And you're so scattered and pulled in so many different directions that you feel guilty about even that. And life becomes burdensome, and it starts to feel hard, and then you start to feel unhappy, and then that unhappiness leads to procrastination, which leads to just kind of not being present either at work or at home, and you're unproductive, and it ends up costing you time and money and maybe even relationships in some extreme cases. And so what I want to talk to you about is how to achieve balance, how to achieve work-life balance and let go of the guilt, let go of feeling like you don't have enough time to do it all, because I promise you, we all have the same 24 hours, and it really does come down to how you use it. You don't have to miss out on those moments with your children. We always hear that they grow up so fast. I heard that before I had kids, and it's absolutely true. They grow up so fast, and when you're too busy and unbalanced and pulled in so many different directions, you're gonna miss stuff that you really don't have to miss. And so you can get rid of the guilt. You can be absolutely productive and laser focused at work, and you can be present with your family and your friends. Or even with yourself, if you want to read or meditate or participate in the hobbies that are important to you. And so I want you to just kind of think about what having balance would feel like to you. If you were able to be present and productive at work, to get more stuff done in less time, what would that feel like to you? And what would it feel like to actually be able to spend time with your family, your friends, or maybe even do stuff that you love to do, to exercise, to take care of your body, to read, to meditate, to play sports, to do whatever it is that you want? What would that feel like? How would life be different for you? What would it feel like to finally be happy and to have some time? Now, there's a myth pervasive in our culture that suggests work-life balance isn't possible, and I'm here to tell you it's just that. It's just a myth. We've glorified being busy. We've made heroes out of people that are busybodies, just running around all over the place, working and working and working. And so when the goal is to work as much as you possibly can in order to feel good about yourself, in order to feel productive, then we're going to fill that space up with work and be unproductive, and we're going to start feeling guilty, and we're not going to be getting as much done at work. We're not going to be hanging out with the people that we want to hang out with, and people are going to start missing us. We're going to start missing out on relationships, missing out on moments, and that leads to a really unhappy life. And so whether you're an entrepreneur that just puts in way too many hours and you'd love to have balance, or maybe you're a professional with a career and you're paid for 40 hours, but you're working 55, 60, 70, 75 hours a week, you don't have to do that. You can condense those hours, you can get more done in less time, and you can be happy. And you can get a lot out of your relationships and be present and focused with where you are. And life gets a lot more fun. There's a lot more love, a lot more laughter, a lot more smiles, and you can even make more money too. Because studies have shown that people who are happier and more balanced tend to be more successful in their professional lives as well. And so I'm going to ask you to answer a simple question, because if you do want work-life balance, I'm going to ask you to define why. Why do you want it? Now, this doesn't have to be a complex answer. It can be very simple. Maybe you want more happiness, more time. Maybe it's simply like to be able to take your kid to gymnastics practice. Maybe it's simply like to be able to have a date night with your spouse once a week. whatever it is. Figure out why it is that you want to have balance. And then if you can answer that question, once you answer that question, please click the button below and join me on a free webinar where I'm going to take you through how people, successful professionals, how busy entrepreneurs create work-life balance. It's how I've created balance working full-time for a multi-billion-dollar company, helping people all over the globe develop personally and professionally, while at the same time launching 2 companies and spending quality time with my family and friends and also doing the stuff that I love to do. And it's what I teach others to do, and they've achieved it, and they're no different than you because you can achieve it too. So click below. I would love for you to register for this webinar so that I can show you how people achieve balance. There's plenty below for you to read, but what we're going to cover on the webinar is the #1 myth that people believe about work-life balance. It actually prevents you from achieving it. We're going to cover the one thing that gets in your way from achieving work-life balance, and everybody's got it, I promise you that. I'll talk to you about what you can do to overcome that. And then I'm going to talk to you about the #1 way that I know of to achieve success in your professional and personal life. And there's a lot of really good information there that I'm going to go over with you from my own experience, from experience of people that I've worked with, as well as some scientific research behind balance, how it works, how the brain focuses, and a lot of really cool stuff that's going to be packed into our time together. So click below. Please register for this webinar. We're going to have a good time together. There's going to be a lot of good information, and you'll walk out the other side understanding a lot better, not just that work-life balance is possible, but how you can achieve it in your own life. So I look forward to meeting you, and we'll see you there. Bye-bye.